Welcome to the Donna Seebo Show. Donna is an international mental practitioner, psychic, award-winning author, counselor, speaker, teacher, and radio television talk show personality. She brings to the airwaves talented people from around the world who share their insights and experiences with you, the listening audience. Now, let's join Donna.
I'm so delighted you're joining me today. As always, I enjoy your company, and more than anything else, it's a pleasure to always showcase people who have gone through certain journeys in life, and they have managed to take what would have been perhaps a very devastating, unpleasant situation and turn it, leverage it. And that is what my guest, Mary McCarthy, has done. And she is the founder and chief inspiration officer of a business that she created, CreateRightNow.com. And she has actually developed a clientele from around the world that love what she does. Now, what is it? It's about journaling and how you can use it, how you can leverage it so that you empower yourself as an individual and in your life be able maybe to make some of the shifts that you need to make regardless of challenges that you are going through. Mary McCarthy, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you, Donna.
Mary, you have been an incredibly successful woman in so many different ways, and I think that that is terrific. However, you were carrying a lot of garbage around. And it was a real biggie because you were diagnosed with MS. And a friend introduced you into therapeutic journaling. And through journaling, you became aware of a lot of the emotional side of your nature that you felt had really contributed to this. And this is something that in quantum medicine, I'll use that terminology, they are becoming even more and more aware of how many relationships between illness and, let's say, personal traumas or emotional situations that haven't been resolved can trigger these things. You did something that was quite astonishing. You decided you were going to take full responsibility for your own wellness. Tell us what made you come to that realization.
I had been journaling for a while, and I had been on a drug that I needed to have a nurse come to give me once a week. And one Thursday night, the nurse didn't come. And the day after, the next 2 days after, I felt fantastic. I thought, this feels great. And so the first thing I did was I called my doctor and I said, nope, no more drugs for this kid. It's been almost, I just started my 13th year without prescription drugs. And then, like I said, I just really trusted myself, and I think that I attribute that to all the journaling that I'd been doing. That I had gotten closer to the real, true, wise, intelligent, compassionate Mary. So I changed my diet completely, and then after that, I didn't get all kinds of I didn't get headaches and sinus infections and all that type of thing. So it's been an amazing journey. I feel fantastic, mind, body, and soul.
You have an inner critic you call Mick.
Mick, yeah, my inner critic, yes.
Mick. Now, we all have an inner critic. We all have that part of ourselves. Gee, we're not good enough. We're not worthy enough. And I was delighted to hear that you had given him a name. And you and Mick will have these conversations. And through their journaling, you're able to have him step back and take a seat. You say, sorry, I don't need you in my space. I can do something better. And you were going to design a new business through the journaling. And that's when you created your business, Create Right Now. And that's WRITE, Right Now. How long did it take you to do that? When you were arguing with yourself, when you were really doubting your capability of being able to have an income for yourself doing this, what did you do with the journaling?
the key thing to me, initially, I got really scared, and then I found out, all this thing about the inner critic, and, I found out that, oh, that's what that is. I'm not, going crazy or whatever, going into the twilight zone. And then I just really, certainly there was a lot of opportunity to really have all the rage and anger come out and go on the page. And, Mick was a perfect opportunity to yell and scream and do things, of confronting and things like that. So it just, and I think it really helped me deal with compassionately confronting and dealing with, myself, and just getting all the other garbage out of the way, and working with him to show him that he does have a lot of talent and insight and wisdom, and we now have a decent relationship. And certainly there are times when he acts up, and like I said, but then I give him the look, and he knows it's time to go out and play in traffic. So it's.
There was a woman by the name of Donna Jackson Nakazawa that had a big...
yes, I know Donna, yeah.
Yes, that had a big influence on you, and she talks about adverse childhood experiences, and that those experiences and other experiences affect your physical and emotional resilience as adults. And I thought that was a very powerful observation, because it is a true observation. And rebooting the brain, that's how she phrases it. Working with your students, those people that are involved in your courses, do you encourage them to read Donna's material?
Oh, definitely, yes. Understanding childhood and the experiences, especially for me personally, from the aspect of emotional abuse, and the non-communication with the parent to child and things like that. So it's just definitely, as one of my clients said about my courses that I have, he said, "Wow, this is not a walk in the park. This is not a Dear Diary course." I said, "No." I said, we have to go back to get to the root cause of what's going on, and then, as you say, Donna, then work with it, work through it, find out what it means, work on changing our tapes, and then filing appropriately whatever needs to be filed so that we can continue to move forward with our life.
You have a couple of exercises that I really think are excellent. One is if someone has had a situation in their life, and this is where journaling really can be a very, very good source, where someone has treated you horribly, and just like you mentioned with one of your students saying this is not a walk in the park, this exercise in and of itself, as far as I'm concerned, it's just between the individual and God. That's it. They don't have to share it with anybody. But it's writing about what a person felt before, during, and after an event, an environment that you were in, and really putting your feelings down on that piece of paper. And then after this particular exercise, you ask questions. What do you think about what they did? What led up to the event? Were there mitigating circumstances? And then can you actually forgive the person, the scenario, whatever it might be, and become at peace where those memories are literally defragged so that they no longer have that emotional destructiveness that can really pull you down. That's a marvelous exercise.
Well, thank you very, very much. Like I said, and I think that was prompted by my childhood for sure, because it's one of the things I found through my journaling was just how much an impact the nuns at St. Bernard's grade school had on me. I mean, to the cells of my body. I mean, it's like, wow. But to be able to get it, the rage, the anger, all these, emotions that we're not supposed to have or stuffed down or whatever, to get that all out on the page, come to understand, oh my goodness, that's what happened. That's what it's all about. I can forgive them for what they did, because I feel in my heart and soul that they were doing the best they could. It just really was fantastic to be able to put that to rest and peace. One, to realize that how much it emotionally, spiritually, as well as physically affected me, but then also to realize that I'm in control now, and I can, I've gone through the understanding of what really happened and the circumstances and things like that.
And I think that when we can acknowledge that, when we can see it for what it really is and what the script is, how the drama played out, whatever goes on, and then we realize we don't have to hang on to that. That doesn't have to be a part of our story anymore. I just think that this is so liberating, and your book gives such excellent information regarding different exercises and some very real stories of real people and how it has assisted them to get past some of the hurdles that they've been through, physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional. Now, they can go to your website, createrightnow.com, create, W-R-I-T-E, now.com, and they will be able to find out about your classes, the various interactions that you do with people. And this is really a good service, Mary, because I think journaling, I know how much it's helped me. So here you are with a new life and sharing the best of what you've learned and experienced in your book, Journaling Power, How to Create the Happy, Healthy Life You Want to Live. Mary McCarthy, thank you for being my guest today.
Oh, thank you so much, Donna. I've really enjoyed it.
This is Donna Seebo. Be sure to check out Create Right Now. And remember, right is W-R-I-T-E, createrightnow.com.